Have you ever seen a home built without a foundation? I personally haven't. Whether it be a raised foundation or a slab, I've seen that every home has some sort of foundation. But what I have seen are first-time home buyers think about going out and buying a home without their own foundation. Let me explain. The purpose of having a foundation when you're building a home is to ensure that you have a nice, level place to build upon, because everything that you build from that point on needs to be straight, or the house is not going to be built correctly, and from that point forward, the home can fall apart. When it comes to buying a home, the foundation for you is a budget. I know, nobody likes to hear that word. Call it whatever you want to call it, a spending plan, it doesn't matter. The point is, you need to have a foundation before you start the process of going to find your first home. With your budget as your foundation, you're gonna set yourself up to build upon a flat, even surface and make sure that going forward, you're prepared for success. Point number one, if the foundation is weak, the home could come tumbling down. With your budget as your foundation, you're gonna have the insight and the knowledge to know exactly how much home you can afford. How can you go out and start to look for a home if you don't know how much you're spending on a monthly basis? Do you know how much money you're making every month? Do you know how much you're spending on fast food every month? Do you know how much dog food you're buying? Having a budget will give you those details to let you know exactly how much money is going out, but also most importantly, how much money is coming in and how much of it you're actually keeping. Wealth is determined not by how much money you earn, but really it's determined by how much money you keep. And a budget is going to help you build that wealth and prepare you for home ownership. A recent Gallup study came out and said that throughout America, only 32% of households actually have a monthly budget. Are you part of the 32%? The study also found that if you had a budget, you are more likely to keep it and stick to it if you earn at least $75,000 a year. And when you're living on a budget, you know exactly how much money's coming in and how much money's going out, which allows you to put some aside for the emergencies that may come up when you own a home. The last thing you want is for one item in your home to go bad or need replacement, and now all of a sudden you don't have the money put away to fix that item, and the home comes tumbling down. And that could be literally coming down or financially coming down. Timber! So don't let your home come tumbling down figuratively or literally. Get your budget in place. That way you're prepared for anything that may arise and you're protecting your most valuable asset. Buying a home is all about planning. So the better you plan and prepare, the more successful you'll be. And that brings me to point number two. Buying a home is all about planning. If you've ever gone out to see a home being built, you know that the home builder has already planned ahead. They already know the layout of the home, where landscaping starts and ends, and what the total square footage of the home will be. So as you're planning and budgeting, you want to have a long-term plan already set in place. You want to know exactly how much money do I need to put down on the home? How much money should I have in reserves? How much am I going to spend on a home every year? Most of these numbers may be estimates, but at least you're thinking about it. And if you're thinking about it, then you can put away and plan for the future. You should know going into home ownership exactly where you want to be, how much your mortgage is going to cost you, and how much you should probably put away in reserves for the unexpected things that may arise. When you buy a home, it's not like you can pick up the phone and call the landlord. You are responsible for those repairs. The key is you gotta plan ahead. You wanna know exactly how much it's going to cost to get into your home, but also you wanna make sure that you have enough put away so that you can reserve and protect that great asset. Point number three, it's not going to be perfect. When you put a budget together, you gotta realize that it's not going to be perfect and that there are going to be some months that are better than others. You may be surprised to learn that a home foundation is not perfect either. When you're putting together a foundation for a home, you're building it on dirt, you're building it on land, and that land, it does move. So when you're working with a monthly budget, you can't expect things to be perfect. Sometimes life just happens. Simply put, some months will be better than others. But when you do find yourself get off track, if you have a budget in place, it'll be much easier for you to find your way back and continue to follow that path to where you want to be. You're gonna have to plan ahead for the good days and you're gonna have to plan ahead for the bad days. But at least if you have a plan in place, It'll help you along the way. There are multiple ways to put together a monthly budget. You can use some of the latest technology and apps, or you can go the old school way of just writing it down. The key is to use a method that works best for you and your family. Before we bought our first home, we were budgeting every month, and we started using an app called Every Dollar. It was simple, it was easy, and best of all, it worked for us. So if you're looking for some help, some resources to get you started on budgeting, don't hesitate to reach out. I'd love to help you. The truth is, it's gonna be hard to get started with budgeting. But once you have that plan in place and you've been on it for a few months, you're gonna feel so much better knowing that you have a written plan. Here's a simple way to get started. Buy a little journal and carry it with you and track every dollar you spend for the next 30 days. Let's find out where your money's going. I think you're gonna be surprised to find that your money is escaping your pockets. Money! Money! Where are you? Have you seen my money? Do you know where my money went? What happened to all that money I made? Where did my money go this month? The best part about budgeting is that it can be a whole family affair. Set your kids up for success before they go off to college and into real life. So if you're thinking about buying a home, start with the foundation, a budget. That foundation will help you plan for success, so everything that you build on top of it will stay standing. If you're not sure where to begin, reach out to us. I'd love to help. And as always, you can visit our website at homeownerprep.com/assessment. Buying a home with a budget as your foundation will help you and your family be set up for long-term success.